Hi guys, Alan from Create Your Abundance. So in the last video we were looking at the dangers of being a crab in a bucket, and in particular the dangers of being a crab in a bucket with another crab. He or she's going to pull you back down if you try to escape. And we're setting that in the context of our general movement towards creating a better life for ourselves and others, and recognizing that sometimes that can be a threat to other people who feel uncomfortable in light of the views that you're making. Sometimes other people progressing can be very uncomfortable for us because it holds up that cold reflection of, look, I'm moving forward, you're sitting on your butt playing Call of Duty and eating, you know, burgers. You want to get fit? Do what that guy's doing, do what that girl's doing. We don't like it often because it makes us feel uncomfortable, because we have to look at our own inertia. So moving ahead, tonight we're going to look at the idea of not being a frog in a pan. What's the deal here? There's a special technique the French used for cooking frogs. Okay, because they had frogs, ugh, poor wee beasts. But if they put the frog in the boiling water, the frog's automatic response, predictably, was to jump straight out, and they could do it so quickly that they wouldn't be particularly harmed. Certainly they didn't end up getting served as dinner. So what they did was they would put the frog in very, very lukewarm water, and the frog would just sit there perfectly placid, quite comfortable. Just tiny incremental raises of the temperature. The frog would start to get drowsy, complacent, and by the time the temperature became too hot, the frog was incapable of action, and you know, it got served for dinner. And this is something that we need to be really, really careful of. We become so complacent, so comfortable, so drowsy, that when the time comes to take action, we're no longer capable of doing it. So as Will Smith said, I stay in shape so I never have to get in shape. And that can be emotional shape, spiritual shape, mental shape, physical shape. You know, it can be keeping our relationships in great order, our health, our wealth, you name it. So that's an important one. And obviously in the political world as well, we need to be very, very careful that we don't suffer the consequences of incrementalism, as the state or corporations just turn up the heat in tiny little nuggets, so that, well, we go, I'm not entirely happy with that, but I'm not going to really create a fuss at this stage. And before you know it, all your freedoms are gone. You know, you're living in a fascist corporate state, or you know, some kind of totalitarian regime, or you know, whatever, your social liberties have been eroded. So be very, very careful of the frog boiling in the water on the slow boil. Guys, if you've passions and interests and wit and enthusiasms to share them with the world. Don't hide your light under a bushel. Get out there, and if you want to do it through blogging, well then you can connect with me and my team through Create Your Abundance, and we'd be delighted to speak to you and hear your take on things there. So be happy, be well, and see you soon.